my lovely friends, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Melissa or Missa, welcome. Sponsored by Monster, not really, but I wish. We've also got Sausage sitting right here, keeping us company. He's gonna get up to mischief, but you wanna come and see us? He's not coming, I'm sorry. Anyway, I asked in my last video, which was a haul, do you want to see an unearthly video? And it was an overwhelming yes. So today's my unearthly video. I've got unearthly shadows on, even got unearthly highlight on. I've got unearthly liquid liners, normal liner, the duochrome, multi-chrome things. The highlight, again, I do have on, but if you want to see me apply it, you're gonna have to watch tomorrow's video or my next video because it's a full face first impression, so I'm putting it in there. But anyway, today we are playing with all three of my unearthly palettes that I own. So the first one we're playing with is Leather and Lace, which looks like this. I'm not going to sit and swatch all three palettes just because honestly I'm on a bit of a time crunch right now, but I'll insert the pictures of the unearthly swatches. Like, these are I've actually never swatched these shimmers. I will swatch these. Oh, look at that white. That would make a wicked highlighter as well. Then we're also playing with the Dead of Night palette. Actually, I don't think I touched this palette. Anyway, I also have this one out on my desk, but I don't think I use any shades from this palette. Well, look at it anyway. It's stunning. It is beautiful, but sadly unused. Look at that. That grey has, oh, that grey's got sparkle in it. And that one. And then the other palette we are definitely using is my Hauntingly Glamorous, which looks like this. And I use 4 shades from here. Let me swatch this. Look at that. So yeah, we're going to use 2 of the 3 palettes that I have. I need to do a Dead of Night like video just of this on its own because that's definitely a standalone palette. But anyway, I'm going to combine 2 palettes, use the liners, use the liquid liner, and we're going to do this look here that's on my eyes right now, and I'm going to be honest, loving it. If you want to see the rest of my face, it will be my next video, which is full face first impressions. But anyway, we are going to jump into it now. Let us now play with my beautiful Unearthly Cosmetics palettes that I got in PR. Literally flabbergasting. Let's get on with it. This always happens. I'm watching a fascinating documentary on cruise ships, but I need to start filming because I've got 2 videos to film today. So we're starting with the Helen E Cosmetics Stage Eyeshadow Primer. I really wanted to try this and it's worked really well on the other eye, so I'm excited. I'm sure this is the one Stacey Marie uses. I think. No, Saucy's just come through because he heard my voice, I think. This was a birthday present, and yeah, I'm sure it's the one Stacey Marie uses, and again, it's worked really well on the other side, so it's nice to have a new primer to try because obviously my what's it called, Revlon Candid is been a staple, but I'm just blending it in with this very dry, needing washed sponge. Can you tell I have my dressing? Damn it. Let's try and be professional, Melissa. Okay, to begin, oh, don't stand on the heater, darling. I've just turned it on. It'll be hot on your wee buzz. He's okay. I'm starting off with the Leather and Lace palette first. By the way, I used these 3 middle oranges the other day for work, and I got so many compliments on my makeup from like random men for once. Usually they're just weird, but I got compliments on my makeup. Anyway, I'm taking the black, which is over here. This is one of the What's Up beauty brushes, the R107, and I'm using quite a few of these today, and let me tell you, they are lush. And obviously I'm doing a halo, so I'm just gonna go around and just get my shape. I just want to do a big grungy look today. Well, you've already seen it, haven't you? This is a very pigmented black, very pigmented, one of the best black eyeshadows, and I feel like I am very hard to please when it comes to black eyeshadow. Like, I know what I like, and this is what I like. And that all the way around the inner. And I'm doing my lower lash line, although I wiped it off mostly on this side, just so that I keep a nice rounded shape, if you're wondering why. I also might add a different colour down here, I'm not sure yet. Like, perfect black eyeshadow. I wasn't even pressing hard or anything, and it just was phenomenal. And then I'm going to take my Hauntingly Glamorous palette. I'm sorry that I'm mixing them, but I do feel like a lot of the Unearthly palettes for me are not standalone palettes, but merged together they are everything you could ever want. So I'm going to go in with this deep blue matte, this one here. Don't look at my nails. It's called Seance Wet. In fact, I'm supposed to... Oh, I'll get them in Asda. As I say, I need to go and get my nice nails, like my favourite ones, for starting my new job tomorrow, but boots is shut. Anyway, this is the What's Up Beauty R103, and I'm just gonna blend this black a little bit with the blue. You don't really see the blue, to be honest, when the look is on, but I feel like it gives the purple that I'm going to use next a little bit more of a cool tone, and it's very good. Blend out a black with a deep blue. Just trying to keep it rounded. I'm just going to say it now straight off the bat in case you are wondering. 10 out of 10. Literally 10 out of 10 quality. I'm comparing this to like all my other favourite eyeshadow formulas. Beauty Bay, Blend Bunny, Be Perfect. 10 out of 10. Every single shade I've ever used is pigmented, blendable. Sausage, of course, just had to jump on top of them. Like, I'm super impressed. So if you were wondering, literally 10 out of 10 formula. You have to lick yourself so loudly sitting right there. It's disgusting. The littler brush just to bring it round. Okay, then I'm using another What's Up Beauty brush. This is the R102. Back to my leather and lace. This is probably my favourite of all of them. And I'm going to take this dark purpley, like, oh, it's sick, stunning aubergine colour in the corner, and just do that like on top of the blue and then just above and around the blue. I really like Unearthly's vibe. Very kind of weird. You know what I mean? It's cool. I did get sent like some really weird lip colours from them, but I did declutter those to someone that I knew would like make better use out of weird lip colours. Like, any eyeshadow goes in my book. I don't often wear like weird colour lips, so I sent them to Jane, Elder Goth Jane. I'll link her channel below because if you like weird colours and stuff like that, she's just very cool. And I'm hoping that Unearthly will see her because she is fabulous. Don't steal my sponge. Right, and then I'm gonna go into this shade right beside it, which is a lot more like a pinky raspberry, like a very deep pinky raspberry. It's such a beautiful, it's one of my favourite shades in the palette, and this is a Morphe M514. Why am I like awkwardly holding the palette? And this is gonna diffuse that purpley shade. I always raise my brow and I need to remember and drop it, because if not my shape goes weird. If you hear weird noises, Sausage is licking himself just right there. I just built him a fort and he was quite happy in it until he heard me speaking. I literally have zero complaints about this eyeshadow formula. It is so pigmented. It's not even like that kick-uppy in the pan or anything. Like, it's just, I'm gonna say, like a perfect formula of eyeshadow. And this primer is obviously very nice because everything's going on top lovely. These are just my kind of colours, these purples. And then sticking with this palette, I'm going to take a P. Louise number 120 and I'm going to go into this lightest, I'd say like orangey brown. I might add a yellow at the very end, like when my base is on, just to super diffuse it into my base. But I actually don't have an Unearthly yellow shade. This shade is actually really nice for blending out that purple. Like, it just works and keeps it quite grungy and dark, because it's an orangey kind of colour, so oranges do blend into purples quite nice. This is like a grunge Melissa Sunset. And then I'm just going to kind of go backwards through my colours. So back in with this because I feel like the orangey brown's overtaken it quite a bit. Just re-add this. This look did not take long at all because these colours want to blend together. Like, they just... I genuinely, like, very rarely now find a brand that I'm like, wow, 10 out of 10 formula. This is honestly one of them for their eyeshadows. Like, they're just a pleasure to use. They really are. Fusing it very gently into that. I'm just gonna call it an orange. I just go back and forth and back in with this one and make sure my crease is nice and deep. By the way, these What's Up Beauty brushes are phenomenal. I've not used all of them, but the ones I've used are ridiculously good. That's another, like, I think it's like an indie brand because I'd never heard of them. Lush, absolutely lush. Everything really does just want to blend. I am just going to go throw on my concealer in the middle. I'm going to use my white P. Louise paint, by the way, for that, just so that the light screen I'm going to use has something to really stand out on top of, and then we'll be back and we'll start blending it. Yeah, the mattes are just very pleasant to work with. Just a happy experience, to be quite honest. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I've got my white P. Louise on in a shape that is similar-ish to the other side. And I'm going back to the Hauntingly Glamorous, and I'm going to take this very shimmery green here. It is very, very, very beautiful. It's like one of those kind of sheer, shifty colours. Like in some lights it doesn't look that insane, and then you look at it in other lights and it's so stunning. Like, ooh, ooh. And I will use the help of a brush to get right up to the top. This is just a P. Louise brush, I think. It applies well with a brush also. I was actually quite shocked, like it just goes on very pretty with a brush. Obviously on a finger I think it does go on better, but applies nice with a brush. And then I wanted to use these ugly, disgusting, boggy greens, and I mean that in the best way. Like, these are my favourite kind of greens. And I'm going to use these to blend the edges, or start blending the edges. I'm using the lighter one first. This is a Makemeupmissa 1.30 brush. This is the perfect brush for this kind of thing. Pointy, precise. Like, these greens are ugly as crap, but I love them. It's the only kind of greens I like, really. It's kind of weird, boggy colours. If the owner of Unearthly is watching, I did genuinely mean it's a compliment. That one first, and then I'll go in with the one beside it. And my lord, these just pack on so beautifully. Blend just literally perfectly. It's such little effort. And then I thought it was only right to go back to the Hauntingly Glamorous, and first of all I'll take this dark kind of tealy one. This is the colour that's going to blend into the black. I didn't want this overtaking. It's very pigmented, like I'm being so gentle picking it up. I'm actually still quite shocked at how this blended on my like halo, because usually it takes me such a long time, but not with this. And then I thought I should go in with this one. It's a matte, but it has sparkle in it, and I thought it was only right to use a little bit of this as well. It looks almost quite like neon-y when you put it on, and because it's still got shimmer in it, it works in the centre. These are the greens I can get behind. And then I will take, what palette? Leather and Lace again. On that same Makemeupmissa, and just a smidgen of the black. Just making sure my inner and outer corner are the darkest places. Woof! Feeling it. And then I have an Unearthly Cosmetics liquid liner, which I'll be honest, I didn't even see in the box when I was doing my unboxing. It was like under all of the protective paper, and when I went to break down the box, that's when I found it, and I'm glad I did, because it gives me another product to play with, and also it seems like a really nice liner. It's quite thin, quite watery. I don't know if I would love it day to day, because it's not like really packing pigment, but it is there, but I'm going to cover it, as you can see, so it actually works absolutely fine for what I need it for. And I like the holographic writing on the pen. So just a wee line of that, and then I have my Unearthly Cosmetics Immortality liners, and this one is in the shade Imperial. I was going to use green. I have this green one which reflects blue, but then I have this purple one that reflects green. I think you can see it on the other side. It changes green, and I think that it makes more of an impact than the green would do on the liner, so I'm going to put this on top. Let me use this palette as a mirror. These liners are stunning, like they are duochrome or trichrome, I don't know, multi-chrome liners. And B, they're unearthly, so getting the full unearthly experience by using so many different products. And I'm very lucky, like all of these were sent to me in PR, and I genuinely don't take it for granted. And if I get sent something in PR, like I said, that I don't think I'll use, I will forward it on to someone else that I think will love it, so that nothing gets wasted, because I hate when I get like 40 shades of foundation. I'm not going to use 40 shades of foundation, do you know what I mean? So I'll send one to other people. I'm just trying to say, I'm never ungrateful if I get sent something that I won't use from a brand. I will make sure it goes to someone that will love it and cherish it and get use out of it. That's just one layer. I only did one layer on the other eye. Quite often if you do something like this, you have to kind of build it up, but this just went on so beautifully, and if you like move your eye, you can see the different like shifts. I think I just need to make this a bit thicker to match the other side. It's very pretty, and there's 5 of them. I hope they're not like limited edition and you can't get them anymore. I just want to take a bit of this one, which is called Shade Gem. Sorry if you can hear my tummy rumbling. Just try it down here on my other eye to see if I like that. Okay. It's like my experiment. I can also experiment on the lower lash line and then wipe it off. Holy crap, look at that gem shade. I think I probably will end up doing that. Right, and then all I finished off with on this with a different brand, just because I don't have it from Unearthly, is I used my Epic liner from SHEIN. Not SHEIN, SHEIN in the shade Lime Love. Just to define the top of my cut crease. I just think it adds, it's a nice bit of a wee bit more pop of colour, and it just shows like where the cut crease ends and where, and I can't do this on camera, so I'll be back in a second. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do it on camera because I can't breathe when I do my line. Oh, see? And I need to be like 1 inch from my mirror. Yeah, I'll be back, but this is all I'm doing. It's just using a wee thin brush. It's an old EB8. No, it's a Crown C514. And I'm just going to define the top and then I'll be back. All I'm going to finish off with is some black eyeliner. I might go over it with purple. I don't know. Sorry that you're looking into the depth of my disgusting eyeball. Just to bring the depth. And then I think that is it. I think that's it. I'm going to go do my full face first impressions, full-ish face first impressions, and then we'll be back and we'll do a lower lash line together. But I really did like that green. It was incredibly hard to wipe off, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I'll go do everything and we'll come back, we'll do our lower lash line together. Probably add a bit of yellow to the outside of this just because I feel like I really do need it, and then I'll be the eye done. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the eyeshadows. Literally, they're great, they're the best, they're awesome. Okay, I literally just started doing my under eye and then remembered, Melissa, you're filming! So I'm going in with my leather and lace and this green here, just on that 1.30 my Kiko brush. And all I did was just press it in here. I actually didn't like reprime or anything, so I'm just hoping that this shadow just kind of sticks. And that's literally like all I did before I remembered I was filming. I just think we might as well carry on like the green theme. So I'm definitely gonna go in with that shimmer. I think I just thought it looked stunning. It's the shade Gem. I just want a wee bit of it down here. I might as well. And it's gonna catch the light so beautifully. Do it thicker. Yeah, just plonk it on. Shut up. Liquid shadow is where it's at for these like high intensity eye dye. Like that is stunning. It's probably more shiny than that purpley one I used on top, but I do feel like that purple at least stands out against the green. And then I did say I wanted to blend this out with a yellow, so I just grabbed the first palette that I knew had some kind of yellow in it, and this is old dirty brush that needs cleaned obviously. And I'm gonna go in with this yellow just to blend the very edges. I know obviously we are testing Unearthly, but I already know that their shadows are the tits, and I'm sure if I had a yellow from them I would adore it. I could have like alternatively used like a bright pink, but fancy yellow. I feel like this is going to be more like overall grungy. Don't worry, I'm going to blend into it, but because I want a very grungy look. Really sick of the word grungy now. I'm literally putting this all the way around. I don't know if this is going to look good, but I hope so. I've got to be honest, I think the Unearthly formula is better than Beauty Bay, and Beauty Bay is literally so good to me. Like, I think it's wonderful and like flawless, but I would say the Unearthly just packs more of a punch with each shade. I do think it might be a better formula. And then I'll go back to leather and lace and grab that lightest kind of orangey shade. If I can find my brush. Where are you, my brush? I found it. And this one. And just go back in between my purple and now my yellow. This shade. I need to also go back over that line because it's totally faded. Basically all I'm going to do with the eyes is just blend betwixt the two. I dipped into that middle one by accident, but it's actually working really well as like a slightly more pigmented orange kind of tone. See it under the very front here. It's a really fantastic brush. I always sing its praises every time I use it, but it really is one of the most useful brushes I have in my collection. I feel like I need to do something with that inner corner. I might just grab more of this black because I like a very dark inner corner when I do these kind of smoky eyes. I just feel like, yeah, that's fine. A bit more of this purple. It's just a blending game now. Now that all my base is on, I can just sit and play and make sure I'm happy as can be. Right, I'm gonna go just re-intensify that water activated liner I did. Put my brows on and then we'll put a lash on. I'll do one eye with you. just to keep you included. We are definitely doing a lower lash for this. These are from SHEIN. I will link them. They are fantastic. Just so much cheaper than like tatty ones, and honestly exactly the same. Very hard to reuse lower lashes because they're so fiddly, but you can not stress as much when they are like £1 for like 7 pairs of them. I'll let the glue dry and then I'll go over it with a wee bit of black eyeshadow just to disguise it like I did on that side. Like how good does that look? I love a lower lash. It's just so like interesting. And then for the top lash, it's also a SHEIN lash, and I'm actually going to paint the lash the lash glue onto the lash band just because I don't want to cover my lovely multi-chrome liner with glue, although I will put some just on the tip of my own lashes. They're really quite long because I've been using the X Lash serum stuff and it does work, but holy crap, it's expensive. Just put it on as I always do, not quite touching the lash line at the back, just so that it like raises up my eye a bit more. I think I cut too much off this. It's alright. And then because I've got lash glue on my natural lashes, I need to push it up so they stick to the falsies. Looks better, you know? And then I'll just, oh my battery's gonna die. Just grab a teeny tiny bit of black eyeshadow on a teeny tiny brush and just put it on that lash band just to disguise any like shiny lash glue. You could obviously put them right up at your lash line, but I prefer them slightly lower down. I'll let that dry. And then that will be this eye look completely done. And I'm honestly quite liking it. I'm not upset in any way with it. Here's the finished eye. I really like it. I just think the shadows perform insanely well. I can't say enough good things about them. I can't just keep saying they're great but they are. They are really, really great. And honestly, I'm really obsessed with the formula of Unearthly, and also the liquid like duochrome, multi-chrome liners are just absolutely outstanding. Like they are so beautiful. Okay, all my makeup is done, lashes on, everything else around my eyes is done, and I've got to be honest, I am blown away by how these shadows perform. I knew they were good because I have kind of played a little bit in the past with, I had a previous Unearthly palette, I don't know what it was. I did declutter it just because it wasn't a standalone palette, but then the other day, like I said, I used the leather and lace and did a very quick work eye, and I was very happy with it. But honestly, if you want to support like a small indie brand, it's quite a big indie brand I suppose, then this is a very good shout. The quality of the shadows is they're unfaultable. There's nothing wrong with them. They are very, very good. My only criticism really of Unearthly is that quite often to me their palettes aren't standalone palettes and I would need to combine them or use other palettes with them, but that's more of a preference thing and like a colour story thing for me. Honestly, 10 out of 10. Also, I really, really enjoy these. I've used these a bunch in the past. It's not like my first time trying them. I really like these. That purple on the lid, just when it catches the light, is stunning, and that green down. Oh, outrageous. I like this highlighter a lot. Not this particular one. I do, this one's fine, but I really love the Twilight shade, the very clear, sparkly one. And this liner was decent as well. I was very happy with it. Made a good base for putting that sparklier one on top. So yeah, honestly, Unearthly Cosmetics gets a 10 out of 10 from me. I've got a couple of weird, grungy, very similar to this lip colours from them as well, and I really enjoy them. And a gloss that's pretty nice. It's not my favourite formula, but it is nice, and I really like the packaging. Let me grab it. They're up here. Like, look at these weird colours. They're cool. But yeah, the packaging is really fun. Just a bit more exciting than normal packaging, isn't it? I have to just give them 10 out of 10. I have to just give them 10 out of 10. To be honest, that's my review. 10 out of 10, very, very, very good. If the colour stories draw you in, go for them, because the shadow quality will not let you down. Shimmer or matte is fantastic. That's all I have to say. I don't really need to blow their trumpet anymore because I've blown it all day and it's great. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Very happy with my makeup. Can't wait to take some cute pictures, hopefully for my Instagram feed, and also go and eat because it's already 4:30 and I've not eaten today and the boys want some more breakfast. Oh, that sparked your interest. So yeah, I'm gonna piss off. I do want to say again a massive thank you to Unearthly for sending me all these bits to play with, because it's like great for my channel to be able to try new brands and like new products, but also it's great for me as a makeup lover to just hoard shiny beautiful things. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna piss off. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. What have you tried from the brand? What haven't you? Do you want to? Are you not that interested? And subscribe if you haven't already for more thrilling content from me. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye.